What's your thoughts on Jay-Z, man? I never really heard you talk about him, but I know he purports to be a 5% and you're a 5%er.
Does he purport to be a 5% or
He
has
wore
he
a
wore
chain
a
once.
5% chain?
He
That's
wore a
different.
chain.
Wearing a
Talk a
chain
little
and
bit in the
actually
music.
saying that, yeah, he said a little stuff, but a lot of people have said stuff. Like,
Okay.
I don't know him to be like an official, you know, card carrying member, you know, at the Universal Parliament building in a cipher type of God. I know that growing up in Brooklyn, um, he had no choice but to be exposed to the gods. Being around Jazzo, who was a member of the Ansar Rule community back then, um, a lot of elbows get rubbed with the gods, and that type of information gets cross exchanged and stuff like that. Um, and also being a drug dealer, quite honestly, he probably ran into some 5% drug dealers back then. You know what I mean? Um, so you come in contact with him like that too. But I don't know him to be official 5%er. Um, as far as my outlook on Jay Z, I feel like Jay Z is the all around greatest rapper of all time. He is the GOAT. Like, I don't think that nobody has had as big an impact, as long as a run, as many fucking hits,
Hmm.
um, over a period of time as Jay Z has. So he's the goat to me as far as a solo MC goes.
I don't know if you heard our conversation with Faison Love early on, but we brought up that discussion, and then he went on about Hov being a fake drug dealer. But about rapping, he said
You
that
said
there's
a
no.
fake drug dealer.
Oh,
I've actually know him. You know, I've heard about some street shit on. I used to live in Brooklyn. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And I used to fuck with some real dudes, and they said Jay Z was on some real shit. Like
yeah.
they
He came
said,
back.
yeah, that he
He,
bust
he,
his gun and all that.
he said he came back and retract. He didn't retract what he said, but he said that the Haven was you probably the one putting in work, and Hov was out there eating chips and shit. That's what he said. He was fucking with him, but he he talked about Jay Z not being the greatest rapper of all times. He put Nas and LL in front of him. What do you think about people? Who's Jay Z's competition if there were to be, in your opinion?
Who's Jay Z's competition?
I don't know if that's a fair question. Though. Who would you rank up there next to Jay Z? If Jay Z's one, who's two and three?
See, we're talking about all around,
Yeah,
and then the person has to write their stuff too,
longevity, all that.
but they have to write their stuff.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because right on Jay Z's heels is Drake, but Drake
Hmm.
doesn't apparently write all his shit, so that disqualifies him for a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Facts.
But as far as hit making is concerned, Drake is on his heels. Um, who's on Jay Z's heels? As far as Nas and LL is the shit, but
Yeah.
like they've had some misses. You know what I mean?
Mm.
They've had more misses than Jay Z has had. You see what I'm saying? But they've always been able to come back too. It seems like Jay Z just kept, his miss time was like, to me, was like after Reasonable Drought, and he was trying to go super like, touch me with a heart of gold, like that Jay Z right there.
Yeah.
Like he had some misses to me on that one. But then after that, he just was like, all right, I know the formula now, like, and I'm gonna come with that shit, and he's been fucking coming with it ever since.
No
So I
doubt.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of rappers that could come close to him in different categories, but in that all around category, there's not a lot that come close to him. But lyrically, yeah, Nas, fucking Rakim, fucking, you know, star wise, definitely a LL. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, shit like that.
Word.
I want to ask you about Nick Cannon real quick, man. I haven't heard you talk about him. I'm sure you have, but how do you think that whole situation turned out? And do you think that Nick now kind of got a little docile after the fact that they came after him like they did?
I mean, I don't know. A lot of us didn't appreciate him apologizing like that. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because it made it seem as if what he was saying was wrong or something, and he really didn't say a lot of things that was wrong. Like, I don't know, maybe he wasn't articulating it in a way, maybe the information was new to him and he could have said it smoother. I don't know, but he really didn't say nothing wrong. So to now apologize is like it almost discredits the information. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, I was bugging. I shouldn't have said that because that was crazy talk or whatever. But I like Nick Cannon. I mean, he's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like Nick Cannon.
I think Nick Cannon meant well. I think he was genuine, but I think when that heat come, I don't think he was built for that. Certain people are built for certain things, and when that heat came his way, that was something Nick just wasn't built for. Because I think we were upset at him because we felt as though what he was saying is absolutely correct, even if it wasn't correct. If you stand by that, you stand on your morals. You didn't say anything wrong by saying that these people are the original over these people. If that's how you feel. But they cracked that whip hard, and I guess that shit might have been too much for him. But we salute Nick, man, and nothing but the best for the brother.
Well, see, he's in a position where, again, he relies a lot, on that community. Like look at the jobs he has and the people that he works with. Like, you know what I mean? So he knew that his bottom line can be directly affected. I'm gonna light up an L with you too, if you don't mind.
Yeah, let's work.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing you rolling up was like, man, let me go get that shit real quick. Let's
Got some of this gas land right here, like,
Yes, sir.
Gas land. So yeah, like, but I'm gonna be honest. It's easy for some people. I always say it's easier for people to say what they would do and not do when they wouldn't ever be in that position. Motherfuckers always talking about, oh, I would never snitch, nigga, you don't sell drugs, so you'd never even be in that fucking position.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so stop talking about what the fuck you're not a fucking, millionaire like Nick Cannon with 5 different shows. And I'm not saying what he did was right. I'm just saying this is just a whole other tangent that I'm going on right now.
Right.
Just about people holding people to standards that they're not sure that they would even fucking hold themselves to until they got put into that situation. That's all I'm saying.